back to my channel, or if you're new here, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. So for today's video, I'm just kind of getting ready with you guys, talking about things that have been going on in the salon, questions that have been asked, things that people want to know. Thank you guys always for being such loving subscribers and asking me and staying interactive with me. You guys really are like family, and I just appreciate you so much. This journey has just been amazing. I love you guys. I love YouTube. I love filming. But yeah, let's hop into this video. Let's get ready, and I will see you guys in my next one. Okay guys, so for today, we're just gonna be doing a get ready with me. If you guys want me to talk about the products, this is not gonna be that video, but most of these products you guys have seen before on my channel. I like moved my camera and now it's like totally not where I want it. But yeah, so we're just gonna be going in with primer, stuff like that, talking about what's been going on in my life. I've been getting a lot of questions on Instagram about the salon, what's going on, why I haven't been filming as much. And yeah, so we're just gonna hop right into this video, and before we get started putting on the products and everything on, make sure you guys are subscribed down below. It is free, become part of my Jam fam. I would love to have you guys, and let's jump into the makeup. My hair is absolutely crazy. I literally just have it in like this top knot, half up, half down. This is not how I'm gonna be wearing it out of the house. I just did it to get it out of my face. And then I'm just going in with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. You guys, literally since Influencer sent this to me, it is almost gone. Like, I have used literally almost all of the product. So insane. I absolutely love it, and I'll probably purchase it once I run out. So, okay, I'm gonna try to stay on topic in this video. You guys know that I have ADHD, and I get on one topic and then I'll think about something else or another topic, and it'll just get crazy. So I'm gonna try to stay on topic. If you have ADHD, you can relate. My brain is so scattered most of the time. So, okay. First and foremost, I am at a salon. I'm not gonna be sharing general location, stuff like that, but if you guys do wanna come get your hair done, definitely we can talk location, stuff like that. But basically in my area, I am in a salon and I am booth renting. I'm going to devote time to filming another video. If you guys want me to do a cosmetology series, highly recommend leaving a comment down below, because I have been thinking about that. Let's just fix this hair because it's crazy. I do want to start incorporating more into my videos of being a hairstylist, what it is like straight out of cosmetology school, stuff like that. So if you guys want a series dedicated, like videos that I actually put like in an actual like playlist, I will do that for you guys. I get so many questions on the daily about why I chose to go straight behind the chair outside of school, how I have the confidence to do so, and you know, it's not for everybody. Some people, they have to assist, they don't have the confidence, stuff like that. And it's important to be confident, but not overconfident. So, but yeah, I can definitely devote a series, like a cosmetology or a beauty series or something like that. I haven't really decided how I'm gonna do it, but please, please, please let me know if you're one of those people that wanna see that, because that makes me like that much more in a hurry to film it for you guys. And it makes it that much more of a priority as well. So let me know down in the comments, shoot me a text or whatever on a DM on Instagram, because I need to know how many people like want that on my YouTube channel, because like I go through these like series of like funks where I don't really know, I don't even know if that makes sense, but like I just get in a funk where I really don't know like what to film. Like I've done all these Shein hauls, I've done makeup tutorials, and it's like sometimes you lose touch of like what people are interested in seeing, and the world is so different all the time. It changes so much what people are interested in. So I think it's really important to incorporate stuff that I enjoy on my channel, but also that you guys enjoy. Inspo, I'll try to do it for you guys. But as far as this video, we're just gonna be doing makeup and talking about what's been going on in my crazy life and everything like that. But like I said, you guys just have to let me know what you want me to film. I'm gonna go ahead and put this hair up because it's just absolutely crazy. So I'm just gonna put it in like a high ponytail for right now and get it out of my face. Lately, it's just been like in my way with everything. It's just a mess, and it's been like kind of windy, and it's just been crazy. So I did my primer. Like I said, I used the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'll try to talk you guys through what products I'm using. Sometimes I get like sidetracked, but I will try to continue to do so. So as far as my life and what's been going on, everybody asks me all the time why I haven't been filming the few clients that I have had in my chair outside of school. And the reason for that is it's not the salon, because my boss is literally amazing. She does not care what I do. She trusts me. Like, it's an amazing relationship. I just love her so much, and I'm very, very blessed that I was able to be in her salon and just have a job there and be in a happy environment, and the atmosphere is just amazing. But as far as filming in the salon, I have not brought my camera out quite yet, just because I am trying to get a little more established. I don't really want to scare people with filming right away. Not everybody likes being on camera. Not everybody's comfortable being on camera. So there was a situation where I was gonna do this girl's hair, and she was totally like for me filming her, and then she decided because of COVID that she didn't have enough money and stuff like that, so that fell through. And there's so much that goes into being a hairstylist straight out of school and booth renting, you guys. Like I said, I will definitely devote a video to that because there's just so much I can talk about just on that one topic. But yeah, so that fell through. I was gonna film the whole process, the toning, the everything, because I know you guys love to see those things. A lot of you guys are cosmetology students, or you're getting out of school, or you're a hairstylist. So I do have a variety of subscribers here on my channel, and I'm so grateful. Thank you guys so, so much for the continuous support. I don't know what I would do. I absolutely love YouTube, and I'm trying to get more content out and a variety of content as well with my new journey and my new career. But anyways, I talked to her and I said, you know, do I have like your, not really like consent, but would I be able, you know, you want to get it in writing, because if people try to come back at you, it's like, it has to be admissible into court. So it's like, you want to make sure that it's definitely an agreement between you and the client or whoever you're filming. So we agreed to it. Everything was fine. Like I said, COVID happened, COVID and money and all that, and everything in her life happened personally, and it fell through. So that was one client that I was gonna film for you guys. It was like a teasy light and a baby light, and then just a tone, and yeah. So there's your answer for that, but I will continue to try to get people to let me film. Like I said, not everybody likes to be on camera. Not everybody wants to be filmed. They just kind of want to relax. So just respect that, and respect that from me, that I'm trying to respect my clients as I'm growing a clientele. I don't think it's really respectful to just put them in my chair and stick a camera in their face, and I don't have the establishment yet to be like, oh, okay, like, you know what I mean, I do this for my YouTube channel, like, it's totally normal, you know. So just respect that not everybody enjoys that. But like I said, leading up until videos like that are able to be here on my channel, I am honestly considering doing a whole series of like beauty school series, stuff like that, because there is a lot of educational stuff that I feel like, you know, new stylists coming out or cosmetology students, you know, basically going into this industry, they should have, you know, just be aware of certain things. So that is another thing that I definitely am gonna keep in mind. And you know, I mean, I honestly have so much stuff, you guys, that I can film. It's finding the time and moving into the salon and trying to get like a feel for what it's like and stuff like that has been crazy. And a lot of people are like, you know, where's your videos you used to post every week? And I'm still trying to post like every week. It's just, it's so crazy now because number one, my schedule has never been so flexible. Like, clients I'm already seeing, they don't really, most clients, I'll say most people that I've talked to, they don't like waking up like super early. They don't want to get it to the salon at like 9 a.m. They would prefer to like wake up at 10:30 and get started at 11. And it's like, I'm the type of person, I'm up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, I have to pee. Like, it's just a process, and I'm like an early bird. So having to adjust to like not being able to have people in your chair like super early and then squeeze other people in, that has been honestly kind of interesting to me, because, you know, I would think like people want to get in and, you know, get their stuff done, and then throughout the day more people, you know, will come, but that's not always the case. And then I'm also finding out that like learning people's personalities and stuff like that, like a lot of people think what they see on Instagram is going to be realistic to what we're going to be able to achieve in their hair, and that's not always true, because you don't know how much hair you're dealing with, you don't know their existing like level, how dark their hair is, how it's going to lift. Like, you really don't know all those things until they sit in your chair and you dive into it, you know. And if you're not a Cosmo student, like, I know the lingo, I'll try to be like as general with what I'm saying as possible, but basically like people's expectations have just been like so high that it's like what's realistic and what's their expectation just don't match up. Because, you know, like I had a client the other day and she was talking to me about like going like super ashy or super platinum. And sometimes you have to say no. Like, sometimes you have to say, you know, I'll try to get you as blonde as I can in that first session. But, you know, and sometimes they will go to somebody else. Like, I had a girl, y'all, I'm not even gonna, like, it kind of upset me. And you really do have to have thick skin, because a lot of people are gonna take you for granted in this industry. A lot of people aren't gonna see you as valuable. And I think that is the hardest thing that I've struggled with, is people standing me up and people not thinking that my time is valuable. And the biggest thing is like, you know, letting someone know like, hey, I'm not willing to compromise your hair and hurt your hair and burn your hair off just because you want to be as platinum as that wall. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, there's no possible way that you can take somebody that has box dye, for example. Like, I've had all these girls message me and I'm like, listen, first of all, we have to do a color remover. We have to try to get as much of that pigment, that artificial pigment out as we can. And I'm not sitting here like bashing box dye or anything like that, but to a hairstylist, it is more difficult to remove black box dye than you might imagine. Like, I would never recommend, you guys can watch Brad Mondo's videos, but I would never recommend doing any sort of box dye if you are wanting to lighten your hair in the future, anything like that. I'm not saying that, you know, if that's what you can afford and that's your deal, that's fine, but don't expect to go to a professional hairstylist and say, I want to be platinum right now. Like, I don't want to have to wait. I don't want to have to come back in 2 to 3 sessions, because it's not going to happen. I mean, unless you're just have a magic wand and your hair's amazing and it lifts amazing, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get that blonde in one setting. It's just not, it's not possible. And the color theory and everything that we learn in hair school, I mean, they set you up for like everything that you need to know to be able to take somebody from that dark to that blonde, but we don't have a magic wand and it doesn't involve box dye. So if you are just an outsider watching this, don't expect to go to a professional and say, hey, I want all this box dye out and I want to be platinum blonde, because it is way more difficult than people think. And I'm one of those people. I will take the challenge on, but it might be a few sessions before you can be as blonde as you want to be, because it's a lot more difficult than what people think on the outside or what they see on Instagram. It's a process. Like, literally, it's a process. And people, like I said, people's expectations are just honestly out of this world. Like, I had a girl, you know, just trying to adjust to me telling her like, hey, you have red in your hair, we're gonna have to do a color remover, and it's probably gonna take a few sessions to get you as light as you want to be. And she was all for it. Like, we were fine, we had a general understanding. I gave her kind of a range of what the price was going to be. That's another thing, you should never give like a full price, because you never know what you're going to get into during the actual appointment. But anyways, I gave her a full price, we had a full understanding. she texts me and sends me this picture, and I can't really remember. I'm not gonna say like exactly, because I can't really remember like exactly what she said, but along the lines of like, oh, I did the color remover. And I was like, what do you mean you did the color remover? And I was thinking to myself like, oh Lord, like she went to Walgreens and she got like the color oops or whatever and she used it. And that's exactly what she did. And so basically, if you aren't a hairstylist watching this, but if you are, she basically has hot roots up here and orange to reddish mids to ends. And so if you're an outsider and you're not a hairstylist, basically her roots are like a fire truck red orange at the root. If you can imagine, just picture it. I will insert like a clip so you guys can just get an idea of what I'm talking about. And then her mids to her ends, which is like halfway up her hair strand to down to the bottom of her hair strand, is orange red. And if you guys are a hairstylist or you have any general understanding of cosmetology, red is one of the hardest pigments to get out of the hair. So if you are lifting the hair, trying to push those red pigments out, it's so difficult. Like, it is really hard. It's just difficult. And not every head is the same, so that's another thing. And on the color wheel, like, green neutralizes red. So you always have to use some kind of like green pigment or ash tone to neutralize the red. But sometimes it doesn't always work. Like, that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that just because on the color wheel it says it neutralizes it does not mean it's going to solve your, you know, problem that you're dealing with. Because especially with it being box dye, it's going to be resistant. It's going to be, I mean, those pigments are so artificial. And you guys should always read your ingredients, because I'm not saying every hair color that you get is like bad for you, but always read your ingredients before you do anything to your hair, because going to a professional is always better than trying to do it yourself. I understand trying to save money. I understand, you know, stuff along those lines. I do get that, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's better to spend a little more and get a better result and be good to your hair than be bad to your hair and have to pay for it later. And that's just my general opinion. You guys can take that as you will. Like I said, if it's within your range to use box dye, I'm not telling you that it's wrong, but it's going to be super hard to go to a professional and try to get the end result that you want at the end of the day. It's just gonna be difficult depending on what shade or what level or how dark the box dye is. It's just gonna be different. And then I've had other girls reach out to me. They tried to go super blonde with box dye. Typically, box dye only lifts up to 4 levels. Normally, like, if you're not a hairstylist, I would always recommend reading it. But the chemicals and some box dyes have metallic salts. Some box dyes have henna in them. Like, all those ingredients are not good for your hair. You can literally go on and read, like, I wouldn't say Google it, but go on a credible site and it will tell you what ingredients are good for your hair and which ones aren't. And 9 times out of 10, box dye contains most of those bad ingredients. There has been certain box dyes that have contained formaldehyde, you guys. Formaldehyde is like a chemical that is used, I believe, whenever you're like decomposing a body. I'll like insert a clip here, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And when you're like embalming them and stuff like that. So if you're using it for that, I really don't, that's what it is. And when you're like embalming them and stuff like that. So if you're using it for that, I really don't think you should be putting it on your hair. Yeah. So I just highly recommend like doing your research. I always tell people, like, I understand if you don't have a bunch of money to go to the salon, but you need to do your research, and a lot of box dyes out there are not good for your hair. So if you're willing to take that risk and you want to mess up your hair and, you know, stuff like that, that's up to you, but don't expect a professional to be able to wave a magic wand, because it's just not how it works in our world. So, and if you're going to a stylist that tells you straight off the bat, like, oh yeah, like, I'll be able to get you that blonde, they're not really setting you up for the best thing, because you really don't know until you get in there and you see how the hair lifts, you see everything, honestly. Like, you really can't tell somebody nowadays, like, oh, I'm gonna be able to get you that blonde, because you really don't know. So I think just trying to adjust to people and their expectations of a hairdresser has been the most difficult part of being outside of hair school, just because, and then people, you know, people will try to take advantage of you. I've had so many people already try to take advantage of me, like, hey girl, I used to go to school with you, and I am such a nice person, you guys, like, I'm not even gonna lie. Me adjusting to, like, charging people like an actual fair price to get their hair done has been really difficult, because I got out of school and I was like, oh, like, I'm outside of school, but I don't charge that expensive for hair, like, and I was trying to give everybody these deals, and I started realizing that, and I was told by my instructor, I was also told by my boss, that don't undercut yourself now, because you're gonna have to fix it later when you raise your prices. And then not only that, you are just as valuable as somebody that's been in this industry for 10 years. You still have the same knowledge. You still, you know, and she's like, I don't even know everything. She's like, there's times that I need help and blah, blah, blah. And it's like trying to adjust to the fact that, like, you are valuable straight out of beauty school has been really difficult for me, just because I'm always that nice person that somebody will, like, guilt trip me and they'll be like, oh, I don't have the money or this or that. And I have to realize, like, this is how I'm paying my bills, and this is how I'm making money, and sorry, like, if you won't pay me what I deserve, then someone else will. And I think that has been the hardest thing for me in school, has just been adjusting to, like, telling myself that I'm valuable, and don't let people, like, take advantage of me, and don't let people, like, undercut me, basically, is what my boss told me. It's like, she's like, don't let people undercut you, because they're always gonna expect that. And I think that has been, like, one of the hardest things, is, like, telling myself that, like, you're valuable, and, like, you know, I've had people stand me up. Like, it's been quite interesting. And, you know, it's like, it's really difficult to come out of school and be giving, like, a $6 haircut, and, like, when you get out, it's not like that at all. Like, it's like $35 or $25 or whatever, like, whatever your range is, but it's so much more, and it's hard to adjust to the fact that, like, that's what it is, and if you're not gonna pay it, sorry, like, then you won't get a haircut, you know. And because I work at a like, basically you have your own business, but you rent a booth in a salon, so I'm under my boss. My prices have to be close to what my bosses are, because obviously that, like, wouldn't be fair and stuff like that. And it's like, she has so many years of experience that she's like, it doesn't matter if you have 1 year of experience or you're straight out of school, like, you still have to charge. Like, and that has been the most difficult part for me, is just making myself valuable, I guess you could say. That has been, like, the biggest struggle. So if you're in Cosmo school and you are already thinking, like, oh, it's gonna be like a $15 haircut, girl, you're not gonna make any money, because some weeks you go home with a good amount and some weeks you don't whenever you booth rent. So you really just have to take that into consideration. It really depends, like, what, my camera, like, totally shut off. I don't even know what happened. But if that is what you want to do, you want to work at a corporate salon, and that's exactly where you want to start your career, build a clientele, it is a great place to build clientele, because you have a lot of walk-ins, you have a lot of stuff. But there are also a lot of downfalls in my eyes from working working in a corporate salon. You have a dress code, you have to do everything basically their way. You are not individualized, you cannot do your own stuff. I believe, like, from even working at Ulta and just knowing their policy, I'm pretty sure, same thing with, like, JCPenney's, things like that, I'm 98% sure that you don't even get to use your own products. Like, you have to use whatever color line they want you to use. You have to use whatever tools they want you to use. You totally have, like, no freedom as far as, like, using your own stuff or dressing the way you want to dress. Or it's so structured that, like, after being around that, I was like, I don't want to work here as a hairstylist, like, because you have to wear black, and you can't, even just being a retail associate and like being promoted and all that, that was better than being a hairstylist there. Because it's like, and then the way Ulta works is like, if you don't make the retail part of it, you don't get hours. So you might be a hairstylist and you may have 30 hours a week or 40 hours a week, and then the next week you may have 15 or 16. So even talking to the stylist there when I was going through school, they were like, I mean, it's never guaranteed, like, which really it's never guaranteed anywhere. Like, it's not guaranteed when you booth rent. You make the money off of each head that you basically put in your chair. I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. The appointments that you make or is where, whatever service, whatever you're doing, that's how you're gonna make your money for the week. And then sometimes you may not have any clients for the week, and that's just how it goes. But honestly, I look back and I'm thankful that I chose the route I chose, because I have an amazing boss, I have an amazing team. I can wear what I want. I'm saying within reason, but I'm just saying you don't have to wear like black every day and, you know, have to dress a certain way that corporate wants you to dress. Like, you could honestly express yourself, and, you know, it's just a fun time. So it's really give or take whatever route you want to go, but I have received questions about that and why I chose the route that I did and all that. And, you know, I'm not saying in the future I might have to work somewhere where it's corporate. I pray I don't have to do that. But financially, it can get tough. And I know with COVID right now, like, people are still scared. They still don't want to go to hair salons. I had a lady the other day, she was like, I'm just terrified, and you know, and I'm like, ma'am, you know, I completely understand. Like, hopefully it's gonna get better soon and everybody will be, you know, back to a steady pace of work. But right now it's just kind of difficult. People are just, they're still scared, you know, and I think even after this long, like, it's, you know, completely understandable with how many people have died and whatnot. But, you know, like, we still have to make money, and that's just how it is. Like, there may be weeks that you make, you know, a good paycheck or whatever, and there may be weeks you don't. But I will try to film some videos explaining to you guys, like, the difference between working at a corporate salon and working at a booth rental, because there is a lot of different qualities. And then, there may be things that you guys know that I don't know. I only know basically from the experience of working at Ulta and talking to people and stuff like that. That's basically gonna be your best bet whenever you're getting outside of school, is just getting a feel for what kind of atmosphere you wanna work in, because it's so different everywhere. And of course, like, if you live in, you know, a different state or something like that, you may be, you know, able to make more money or something like that straight out. It really just depends, because of course, like, more states have more population, more traffic, you know, stuff like that. So it really just depends on all of that as well. But yeah, I know I'm rambling, but a lot of you guys just always ask me questions about why I, you know, where my confidence came from, why I was like, oh, I'm going, like, straight behind the chair, like, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. And it was the best decision I ever made. So, I mean, it's really just personal preference and what, you know, you see yourself doing. But yeah, it was the best decision I ever made. I don't look back on it. I don't regret it. Honestly, I don't think about any of those things. Now, I will tell you that I do get impatient sometimes, because, like I said, it is harder when you're booth renting. Sometimes you make money, sometimes you don't. So that situation of it, it is definitely challenging. You know, trying to use your digital marketing, trying to get people in, it definitely is difficult. And people are, you know, they like to go who they like to go to, and a lot of them don't like to change that, and that's just how it's gonna be. But basically, your job as a new stylist is just getting your name out there, making business cards, you guys. Like I said, if you want me to film a video and I can, you know, put together like 10 strategies of, like, building your clientele straight out of cosmetology school, I will definitely do that. I definitely have 10 things that I can talk about. So yeah, I mean, make a hair page. Make, and I'm not even saying you have to have real people. Like, literally do stuff on your mannequin and then post it. Like, you don't think people are interested in what you can do on your mannequin, but that's how you learn. So that's another thing. I would definitely start, you know, building up a hair page. That's really important because that's where a lot of your traffic, like a lot of people want to see things you've done. So that's, you know, that's important. And I would definitely just start with that and, you know. Well, and then I think another big thing is like not being afraid to put yourself out there, not being afraid to like let people know, like, you know, like when you're out or something, let people know like, hey, I'm a new stylist and I'm at this salon or I'm here, whatever. And, you know, I do free consultations. Like, I would definitely recommend, you know, just coming in, like talking about your hair, what we could do for your hair, some treatments that I could, you know, use and you know, stuff like that. I don't know, you really just have to like talk it up and like make them interested because they want to hear what they want to hear, you know what I mean? Like, they want to hear that you're gonna give them this exceptional service and shampoo and massage and you know, if you're in the industry, like, you definitely do understand. So, you know, they want to know that like you're gonna take care of them and you're gonna make them feel important and stuff like that, and you know, make them feel like they can't go anywhere else to get that feeling, because there are a lot of places that some salons just mistreat clients. They don't make them feel important, and you know, I think it's really important to go back to beauty school and like really, you know, take in like what you were taught, because a lot of those sorry, a lot of those foundational things do apply when you're outside of school. The customer service, the consultation, all of that stuff is very important, and a lot of people will take that for granted whenever they get out, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. But I'm going to wrap up this video, you guys. I just did a little bit of a natural look today. I am about to get going to the salon, try to get some walk-ins or something like that. It's not really looking like it's gonna be a great day with all the rain and everything, but if you're not at the salon, you can't get a walk-in. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know I was rambling, but a lot of you guys just always have these questions, and they're always such good questions. But I do hope that you took something away from this video. If you guys are in cosmetology school, or you are a stylist, or just an outsider that watches my channel, thank you guys so much. I do love you guys. Every one of you guys you are noticed. Like, don't ever feel like I don't ever see your comment. I try to get back to everybody as quickly as I can. My DMs on Instagram, Twitter, I try to keep track of all of it. But I do love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, become part of my Jam fam if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.